When was the very first time you slept with a Toastmaster? For me, it was a long, long time ago, back in 2010. We were in The Hague, and I spent the night with Peter. Peter came from Buxtehude. He's now in his 70s, and we're very good friends. And Peter taught me one thing about being calm, about being relaxed. You see, I was competing that year, and I was late for the briefing. My club members had told me, if you're late for the briefing, you will be disqualified. You cannot compete. So I was so nervous and so tense. I could feel the tension rising in myself. But Peter was calm, relaxed, and easygoing. Spending the night with Peter was the thing I could recommend to everybody, as his wife will also tell you. But oops, I did it again. Peter wasn't the only Toastmaster I spent the night with. There was the darling Tina from Dresden. No, not Tina. What was his name? Tony. I've got a list here. Tony from Dresden. Now, Tony is one of the sharpest dressers you can imagine. Red trousers, little beard, goatee, but does he snore? Oh my God, he snored all night long. We were together in Athens at this wonderful conference with 800 people. And normally he went to bed when I got up. So he managed to snore in that way. But the very first Toastmaster who I ever got into the bedroom with was cute Claude, the Canadian, back in Hamburg at the Empire Riverside. Again, I was very, very nervous. So Claude offered me to go up to his room. And so I did, always willing to learn something new. I got on Claude's bed, but Claude didn't get in the bed. He stayed near me with those incredible hands of Claude's with energy, energizing my body. I was ready for the stage. And after that evening with Claude, I went on the stage and had a wonderful time being a spaceman in Hamburg. I even got into Claude's own bed later on, but my wife came too. So he got out of his bed and gave us his bed. There's something about being in bed with Toastmasters. It's something really quite special. And for me, the middle of the sandwich was Alex de Jong, who was on last night. We spent the night together in Prague at the residential weekend. He was the meat in the sandwich, Tony being at the top, Peter at the bottom, and Alex, he's only a young lad. I don't think he's even 30 yet. No children or anything. And Alex was giving a workshop. My God, was he nervous? He was ironing his shirts. He couldn't sleep. He even said that I snored. Cheeky little runt. Anyway, I was so impressed last week with Percy. What a man. With that pillow and Sabi coming up to the mic, ending poor Sabi's life. Oh, I've never spent the night with Percy, but there's still time yet. You see, every time you spend the night with a Toastmaster, you learn something new. It's about the pillow talk, about spilling the beans, about that close warmth and intimacy. In 2012, I even took my wife to a Toastmasters meeting, and I won this time. It was great, but I didn't make the gala evening. It was too stressy. And there was a young man called Mel who said to me in Budapest, "John, you're never going to win again, you know." And I did. Oops, I did it again in 2013. I won too. Again, spending that with my wife. It's to be recommended as well, despite Toastmasters. In Frankfurt in 2014, I spent the night with 4 Toastmasters, but I can't remember any of their names. We were at the youth hostel, you see, and the air was very thick that day. In 2016, I finally got into the bed of a Toastmaster lady in Luxembourg. Sweet young lady. And, oh, nice soft bed, soft pillows, but my wife came too. So the lady in Luxembourg spent her night on the couch. But we had a lovely talk in the morning. Spending time with Toastmasters in bed is to really be recommended. In Prague, I even wore my pajamas, and the Toastmasters went on and on and on. I managed to fall asleep during the conference itself because it was just so boring. But that happens sometimes with Toastmasters. If you've got your pajamas on, you're ready to sleep anywhere, with anybody at any time. After all, you know, variety is the spice of life. So as you prepare now for Paris, next year, of course, who are you going to spend the night with? I'm still available, but I have a few offers. Already, Alex has come in there, and the Toastmaster of my own club, too, has offered me a bed for the night. So who will you spend the night with? Be careful with Percy and that pillow, but I recommend you to get some good earplugs and a jolly decent man.